The story opens with a view on a glen near a battlefield in Scotland, populated by a coven of witches. Two warriors stumble onto the scene, the victorious generals Macbeth and Banquo. The witches prophesy that Macbeth shall become the Thane of Cawdor and king thereafter. Banquo is told that he will never be king, but will be father to a dynasty. Meanwhile, at the castle, Macbeth's wife receives a letter from her husband detailing his strange encounter, as well as that after the battle he was named the Thane of Cawdor, fulfilling one of the prophecies. She is determined to get her husband to the throne sooner rather than later, and swears to give him strength in his future misdeeds, with which she believes the road to power is laid. Upon hearing that the king will arrive tonight along with her husband, she set in her evil plan of regicide. Night has descended, and Macbeth has murdered the sleeping king. He rushes to inform his wife, but is horrified at his own deed. He can't go on, and it is up to the lady to finish the crime by smearing the blood from the dagger onto the sleeping guards to implicate them. She's frustrated at her husband's cowardice and rushes him to sleep. The horrific deed is discovered at daylight, as all call upon God to avenge the murder. The lady questions her husband as to why he is still so sullen. After all, he is now king, as the dead King Duncan's son was marked by suspicion of killing his father after he quickly fled the country following the monarch's murder. Macbeth is still haunted by the prophecy of Banquo's progeny ruling as a dynasty and wants to intervene by killing his rival and his rival's son. As the new king and queen entertain their illustrious guests at a banquet, assassins visit Macbeth, letting him know that Banquo is dead, but that his son escaped. Macbeth starts seeing visions of his murdered rival and raving like a lunatic. The lady manages to control the situation at first, but her husband sees Banquo for the second time, and his wild imaginings of ghosts, spirits, and witches terrify his guests, who begin to realize something is rotten in the kingdom of Scotland. Macbeth, haunted by his visions, returns to the witch's den. There he is assured that his reign will not end until the Birnam Wood itself rises up against him, but is also shown the long line of kings the bloodline of Banquo will produce. As his wife finds him, they resolve to kill any nobles and their families who run the danger of claiming the crown. Meanwhile, the freedom fighters who want to take back their land from the tyrant Macbeth are instructed by the rightful heir, who has returned to his homeland, to each cut a branch from a tree in Birnam Wood and carry it as a spear to attack Macbeth's castle. The doctor and the lady's servant observe the queen's nightly routine of washing her hands and bemoaning her many misdeeds. Her terrifying aria mimics her final monologue in Shakespeare's play almost word for word, accompanied by powerful and evocative music. As Macbeth is informed of his wife's suicide, he sees the Birnam Wood move against him. He knows that the end has come. In the original version, the opera ends with Macbeth's death aria, while in the later iteration, Verdi chose to close with a hymn to victory, sung by the freedom fighters who have taken back their land.